Zombies. So I've been reading a book that hasn't exactly been helping me sleep at night, given world news. Max Brooks' World War Z, and incidentally it should be pronounced World War Z, rhymes with dead, rather than World War Z, rhymes with glee. Anyway, it's about a zombie apocalypse, zombie law is not something I've really had much interest in before. But it does paint a rather vivid picture of what humanity might look like if everything broke down. Now, zombie law is, as I say, something I've not really been that interested in before. And everybody knows it's really just splatter porn dressed up as social commentary and allegory. Romero's sacred video text itself, Night of the Living Dead, finishes, doesn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, with a shot of a load of zombies looking at themselves on TV in a TV store. Is that not still as relevant as ever? The way we love things and love to see ourselves and love brands, the ideas of places. I saw a video clip online as well of a film I'd never seen from 1981 in which this character explains to a fellow character the idea that the project of the system now, and this was 35 years ago, was that we would build our own prisons. That we would... He illustrated it by saying all the friends he knew, who always say, I'm going to get out of New York City, but they never do. And instead, they're kind of making a prison of their own assumptions. That they want to leave, but they don't want to leave, and that it brings forward this idea that, in fact, the grand scheme for the cynical is that we make our own prisons, we're our own prison guards, and we never leave, but we could if only we decided to. It all feeds fears, or could do, couldn't it, right now when you see the news and wonder whether, as we look forward, which apocalypse is going to get us? Is old-fashioned fascism going to be the thing, in fact? And if we are, in fact, just enlightened zombies, who is on the outside and who is on the inside? Is it predicated on the idea that we're not zombies, but there are loads of them outside the wall? My feeling is that cities, like New York, or like London, there are places where walls come down as much as they go up. Especially somewhere like London that is built on strata of different experiences that soak on through. A few years ago I did a tune, a little piece called Metrophilia, for a photographic exhibition. A friend of mine, Steve Hollingshead. It's one of the favourite tunes of a lot of Momo amigos. It's so feel good. And I've come tonight to the private viewing of an exhibition of the latest incarnation of that shows how it is possible to see the city. His camera has a love affair with London, and it is quite an enlightening possibility for how to be engaged with somewhere like this, and how actually the keys to our freedom may be in a place like a city. It may not be a prison at all. It's all a matter of perspective. So let's go and have a look at some of them. So, 1001 Days in London. Here's the artist, the author, and mate, Steve Hollingshead. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Steve, 1001 days, nights, afternoons, tea times in London. This is the end of it's not the end, it's the latest chapter of quite a long journey of work for you with London, isn't it?
It's almost the beginning, really, because this is all sort of like the start of the public exhibition. It's going to be 1001 days in blogging, blogging, one day at a time. So that's 3 years worth of blogging, and possibly moving this exhibition around. But yeah, it is a combination of about 15 years work.
You've been shooting London a lot. What are you looking for in a shot to make a Steve Hollingshead shot of London?
There's a challenging
I think
question.
that's quite a good question.
I'm looking for the sort of picture that nobody else is taking, so I would like to hang around the back or go between the legs or something, or go away from where everyone else is pointing often. So I've got lots of pictures backs of people's heads, which is a theme. But no, I just want to sort of see the sort of the more uplifting, high-spirited, positive side of things. So anything, people having a good time, different cultures, different events, people dressing up in silly costumes, just to capture that, and in black and white, obviously, which is the best way to look at it.
I think it is. I think the word that I always think of with your work, with this, and the kind of relationship, little bit I've had alongside it over the years with some music, is humanity. It's big-hearted. You don't see a cynical London. You see a lovely, human, joyous London, don't you?
I try. Much as I kind of admire Martin Parr, I don't like his angle. I'd like a more empathetic approach to the way things are done.
Yeah.
What people are up to. I'd like to be on their side and
be on their side.
And the pictures reflect that. I'm not taking the piss of anybody. It's just no matter how ridiculous they look or bizarre their particular hobbies or things, it's all part of London's great mess of fun.
And there you go. So hopes for the coming days with this?
Coming days?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a lie down. I haven't actually been out, put this together, I haven't been out at all in the last 2 weeks. I've been to Tesco's once.
That's the life of an exhibiting artist, mate, I'm afraid. But this is...
Cut my finger.
He cut his finger. New scalpel blades, always new scalpel blades.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
It's clean cut.
But you realise, in a way, this is why you go to work, is to get to the point where your friends can stand around with a glass of Prosecco and go, you're bloody clever, and isn't the work beautiful? And then go to bed afterwards. This is that moment. Great, 1001 Days in London. And Steve Hollingshead.
And
here's to not being zombies.